So I was looking up the risk factors for sleep apnea, which is a very common um, sleep disorder, so to speak, in our society. And the risk factors for sleep apnea include low thyroid or high insulin or growth hormone, um, having a quote thick neck, um, drinking and smoking, and obesity. Now, why am I talking about this? And I just hopped in. But the reason why I'm talking about this is because sleep apnea is one of the many lifestyle diseases that are common in our society. And it has its treatments, it does. But the thing that I always like to do is to talk about the why and the things that you can do on your own. Because if you really look at the risk factors for sleep apnea, a lot of what it points to is just really just all of the last point that I mentioned, obesity, overweight. That's a lot of what is the issue. Low thyroid and high insulin or growth hormone. Both of those are associated with, I mean, all three of those really are associated with weight gain. Now, obviously, if you're dealing with low thyroid, there could be some more reasons to that. Um, you know, but um high insulin, that's that could be associated with your diet, especially if you're one who eats a lot of carbohydrates, especially if they're refined, especially if you eat a lot of sugar, drink a lot of sweet drinks. That's associated uh, with that. Okay, and so because high insulin and high growth hormone can cause you to gain weight. High insulin, especially in the form of fat tissue, and so if that stuff accumulates in your throat, then it can narrow your airway and make it harder to breathe. Okay. Um, so the point that I'm really making is if you're dealing with sleep apnea, just like if you're dealing with various other lifestyle diseases, you got to understand your body is not broken. Now, there is a type of sleep apnea that is a little different, and it's called central sleep apnea. It has to do with the central nervous system, um, aka like your brain and whatnot, and like the part of the brain that controls your breathing, or maybe that controls your neck muscles and whatnot. You have to be mindful that that kind of sleep apnea can be, have different things to work with. But the main reason I'm just recording this video now is because I want you to understand that you got to control the things that you can. You have to understand that even with something like that, if you're dealing with sleep apnea and you are at a weight that is, higher for your particular height, then if you were to deal if you were to deal with your weight, then I wouldn't be surprised if you experience significant improvement, or even if you don't need any sort of like CPAP or anything like that, any sort of mouthpieces or um, you know, surgeries or anything like that. Because the thing that I lament is the various treatments that we have available to us are great, but we have a mindset that, oh, I'm dealing with XYZ, I'm dealing with sleep apnea, so let me go and get whatever kind of treatments that are available for it. But what that always says is that the body is broken, and now I need this thing to help me along to kind of continue to live and do what I do. But I think that our mindset needs to change. The body is designed to work very well under the proper conditions. And the issue more so in our society is that we are not supplying our bodies with the conditions that need to work well. And instead of treating them at the root, we have treatments that a lot of times just tend to help us to limp along and to get by while managing whatever the condition is, living with the condition, doing a treatment for life. But your body is created to heal if you give it the right conditions. If you give it the right conditions. And sometimes it's a matter of searching those things out. But there are some fundamentals. There are some fundamentals. Even here, that's why I say, because having like a thick neck it seems to be kind of like a lot of the issue that contributes to this. You know, aim to lose weight through natural methods. So, I'm not going to leave you without some things you can do to lose weight. And I talk about this a lot, but I'll talk about it here again. So obviously increasing your activity is paramount. Sure, exercise, maybe, build up 30 minutes a day of some sort of exercise, even if it's just walking. You're gonna have to address your diet. Now, there's no way to work around, if you eat junk food, you shouldn't want to um just settle for a junk food diet and then just kind of get whatever kind of other treatments. You shouldn't want to like continue to abuse yourself. Don't misunderstand me. I like my occasional Coca-Cola, candy bar, candy and stuff like that. And every now and then I feel myself kind of going too far into that. And so I have to pull myself back. But my point is, you have to understand and recognize that doing those things often is destroying your health. So you have to, eat a diet that is very high in fruits and vegetables, or vegetables and fruits, I'll say in that order. Healthy sources of meat, beans, preferably soaked, you know, grains, to some degree. You got to be careful with those because sometimes those may not be as well tolerated. Sometimes those you may be wise to kind of stay away from to some degree so that you don't, because they're so high energy, so you don't get excess weight because of those. But also making sure you're not eating too late, like maybe after dark, you don't eat anymore. Making sure that um, you have a lot of natural movement in your life. Okay. And so, anyhow, these things to lose weight are key to you giving your body a chance to heal from sleep apnea. And let me say this too, don't take a soft approach when you're dealing with sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is serious. It can actually be very serious. The fact that it disrupts sleep um, means that it puts a lot of strain on the body. Whenever your sleep is messed up for an extended period of time, that can be a risk factor for dementia. That can be very stressful on your heart. It can be stressful on your various body systems, and kind of contribute to a whole host of disorders because of the fact that sleep is so paramount to good health. So you want to deal with it. So the point that I'm making is, don't take a soft approach with sleep apnea. Don't do the bare minimum. I'm not saying to rush into some sort of big exercise program. My point is, you need to have an attitude of a total life change. You know what I mean? Because like, for example, if you're wanting to, say for example, you want to change your financial situation, and so you go and you get a job that pays like 10 times more than your other job paid. That's a big change. Maybe you go to college to get some sort of skill set so you can get a different job, or you move to a different place. You make this big change. So you need to be willing to make a big change for your health too. Unfortunately, though, in our society, because different kind of healthy lifestyle practices, like a lot of natural walking and getting outside and whatnot, because a lot of those things are not built into the way that we work as a society, then we don't tend to think about those things. But be willing to be revolutionary, if you, for lack of better words, in the way that you approach changing your life to um, stop the root cause of sleep apnea. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm saying. Don't be soft in your approach. Throw everything at it that you can do, everything at it. And then, see what happens. As we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my body weight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/Sean B2B Fitness today. If you like this content, you might also be interested in one of my books. Learn how you can take steps literally today to successfully manage, control, and overcome common issues such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and belly fat. It's all about putting power back in your hands to improve your own health. Get your book copy today by the links in the description or by visiting SeanMcClennan.com/books. Also, don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe, and join my email list at SeanMcClendon.com/subscribe.